Oh, Knights of the Old Republic is still running.
Oh, nice. Nice. They should call it Nice of the Old.
It should. Well, do you want to do anything else? Do you want to do any like internet stuff, or do you want to
No,
go
you
keep
said
it
you
down?
you said you had you have anything in mind? BuzzFeed quizzes?
Um, Not specifically, but it's like we do like
Yeah. We'll do something quick. This will be featured in YouTube Shorts. These are called Teddy's Bits. For those thing. You're jumping. All right, let's do this.
okay. We can pick one from this list. I also have which Star Wars character are you? Think you know Star Wars inside and out. Clone Wars quiz. 101 Star Wars questions,
Let's start with
and your
the
lightsaber
first
color.
Star Wars quiz.
What?
Uh, third tab. Yeah, I think I do.
All right.
Okay, not a great start.
What's the name of Luke Skywalker's home planet?
Technically, he was born on the asteroid pole of Maffa. There's a bright center to the universe. He's on the planet it's farthest from. I didn't even read. The Wookiee. Wookiee spelled wrong. Wookiee spelled wrong. Wookiee spelled wrong. Wookiee spelled wrong. Wookiee has two E's. What bear-like species inhabit the forest moon of... What Ewok-sounding species? Deaths. Was this a quiz for my mom? Well, technically, with the re-released in 3D, that was a fucking waste of my time. All right, Clone Wars quiz. This is
Which clone did Yoda wield a makeshift crutch?
all right. Already, I don't know. I don't know.
Thyre. Yes,
Nice.
it was Lieutenant Thyre. Don't you remember in the first episode of the series, Lieutenant Thyre?
I remember
injured his leg in an ambush set by the Clankers.
the Clankers.
Which of these ships is the Malevolence?
Middle one. I know that one. Playable ship and sword.
Which Jedi valued the lives of the clones the most?
Plo Koon.
He might be Bon
No, it's Plo.
Which clone was eaten by a giant eel?
It's not heavy.
I want to say it's got. I feel like it's got to be droid bait, right?
Maybe it is heavy.
Did he die?
If he dies.
Who survived Grievous's lair?
Oh, it wasn't the first guy.
Yeah.
So it's just a quiz for every episode.
Oh my god. It is. Who is this character?
It's Rekka.
Okay, that's way too many, and I don't care about the Clone Wars. I would much rather do this 101.
Yeah.
Which actor is the only one who's appeared in every single Star Wars movie
Anthony
today?
Daniels. Next.
Was able to complete his mission.
Okay.
FN 2187.
That's Finn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
She lived in the AT. There's always two Sith. What happened to Anakin Skywalker during the Battle of Count Dooku? He lost
an
his
arm.
right arm. Did the part of Clone Wars. Who killed Jabba? Princess Leia. Who wiped out all the information about Kamino from the Jedi Temple archives?
It's Sifo. That's a good question. We don't know. It's unclear.
They don't explain it in the Clone Wars.
Maybe they do. Sifo.
Yes.
It's never said.
Where did Luke Skywalker? Right hand. Same hand that
Space
Ash
friends
loses in
yours.
Evil Dead. According to the Emperor, what was Luke Skywalker evil to? What was Luke Skywalker's this is faith in his friends.
your friends is
What does he say about his lack of vision?
you will pay the price for your.
Core begin on
Be
Geonosis.
honest.
Incredible that Geonosis is not Tatooine.
He owes me what you would call a life debt.
Sorry, it's such a funny line.
I know
It's so funny because Qui-Gon does not know that this species had that.
no, he doesn't. He just thinks he owes him, and they go along with it. It's Qui-Gon's code of honor, not theirs. They're like, whatever.
He owes me.
Like,
Qui-Gon says he owes me what you would call a life debt. And Jar Jar goes, what? Excuse me?
and Boss Dance goes, whatever. Qui-Gon's thinking to himself, I've got this guy, I'm gonna get a kid pretty soon.
He's thinking Obi-Wan's getting too old. Okay. What did Jar Jar Binks end up owing Qui-Gon?
Just put the clip of Qui-Gon talking to Jar Jar Binks about a life debt with like Han Solo shooting Greedo at the bar. How is this the same fucking series?
Navigator and a spice freighter. Which also, doesn't that mean that he was a criminal?
No. Stop!
What is the color of C-3PO's arm?
This is for stupid.
That's rude. Who adopted Padme's daughter? That'd be Organa.
Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew played Chewbacca. It was a job that Finn told Han Solo he had. Sanitation. Padme's. There's still good in him. I know there is. Hoth
Norway.
was filmed in Norway.
Norway,
was
Jose.
by Ben.
Never sad.
Who freed Leia from her chains?
R2D2. Duh.
Okay. All right. There's 100 more of those. Which Star Wars character are you? Pick a Bond film.
Goldfinger.
Pick a social network.
Twitter.
What was your favorite subject?
I'm gonna get C3PO.
Pick a color.
Okay,
it's rules.
red. I picked gold. No, pink.
Pick a Beatles song.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. This is getting interesting. Give me that Octopus's Garden. Let me get some of that Octopus's Garden.
Do you think if you put Obla Di Obla Da, you get Obi-Wan automatically?
I bet you do.
What is your ideal first date? Drive, walk to the woods, foreign language film. You've never had a first date. Shooting wombats in your T-16. Picnic in a field by a waterfall. Putting out, watching stand-up comedy, going to a museum.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, it's putting out. Pick a Breaking Bad character.
All right.
Skinny Pete.
It's obviously
Fuel.
Saul.
Yeah.
Gus is close though. Yeah, whatever.
Wow.
All right.
You're a smartass coward and teacher's pet, but at least you're really shiny.
Hey, C3PO.
All right, let me give this a shot. I've actually not seen any of these, except for the man with the golden gun, which everybody hates. I'll go with Die Another Day. Because that's Halle Berry, right?
What am I, fucking
I
Dr.
can't tell.
James Bond over here?
No, I'll do GoldenEye because I've played the game. Because Social Network. Unfortunately, it is Twitter. Favorite subject. English. Big color, red. Beatles song.
You're trying to get Darth Maul.
Yeah. Comes the sun. Good song. Uh, ideal first date. Going for a drive on a first date is terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. I guess watching watching a movie is good. Shooting womp rats in your T16 is serial killer behavior.
Yeah.
Picnic in a field by a waterfall. It's a lot for a first date. We're going with foreign language. Breaking Bad character. Um, Skylar.
We got the 2 gay robots.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Jedi Sith or just a normal person. Um, an old homeless man approaches your home looking for a place to stay.
This is a clickbait reject.
What do you do?
The call, sorry.
Can you redeem Dooku in the eyes of your father-in-law? Star Wars Count Dooku plays a major role for the dark side as a Sith Lord. Regrettable choice that, for a casual moviegoer like your father-in-law, condemns the man entirely. Do you think you have the sensitivity and refinement to redeem Count Dooku in the eyes of your father-in-law? Oh, this is a lot of reading.
Yeah.
That's a lot of reading. I'm sorry. That's a good
Not
title.
reading that essay.
Oh, this is also a lot of reading. Okay. You need to understand this is not a glamorous job. Yoda is miserable to be around. He needs constant supervision, and his hygiene is appalling. Caring for him is an around-the-clock gig, and it requires an extraordinary level of patience and compassion. You're going to put up with a lot of bullshit. That's okay. I'm confident. I can handle whatever challenges the job throws my way. Sounds pretty difficult. I just have to try my best and hope for a good job. Honestly, I don't really have any experience with anything like this. I already know that I would do a terrible job.
All right, keep reading.
Which one?
I don't pick one.
All right. I'm confident. One of the most important aspects of this job is tending to Yoda's skincare needs. His skin is dry, flaky, and covered in sores, and needs to be rubbed down several times a day with a special prescription lotion. Unfortunately, Yoda hates Yoda hates being touched, and he won't let you put the lotion on without a fight. Sometimes he'll spray you with his stink gland or try to bite you. Other times he'll stray underneath the couch and try to dig a hole in the floor to hide in, frantically scratching at the carpet until his moves are bloody. You're wrong. With this in mind, how would you go about getting him to cooperate with you for his skin treatments? Using simple terms he can understand and explain to him why the skin treatments are necessary. And figure out what exactly he doesn't enjoy about them and use that information to tailor the process. I would trap him underneath the laundry basket until he burns off all his competitive energy. Then once he's tuckered out, I'd pin him on the floor with my knee and apply the lotion to his skin as quickly as possible. Before he gets a second wind, I'd spread a thin layer of the lotion around the inside of a garbage bag. Then I'd roll it to a small Yes, Yoda, to create a distraction. And while his attention is diverted, I would run over and stuff him inside the garbage bag. I'd shake him up and down inside the bag until his body was covered in lotion, and then I would dump him on a mat of paper towels to clean off any excess lotion. I would really rather not touch his gross skin, so I'd probably just leave the lotion out on the counter for him.
Oh my god.
Okay, you.
This is really good.
Number 3. Yoda always makes a huge fuss about eating his fruits and vegetables. If he had his way, he would live entirely off of Slim Jims. How would you ensure that he's eating a healthy, nutritious diet and not just Slim Jims? I would make him a healthy vegetarian Slim Jims out of ground mushrooms, spices, lentils, and other wholesome ingredients. He wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I would dip all of his Slim Jims in nail polish remover to make them taste horrible, leaving him no choice but to eat the vegetables if he doesn't want to go hungry. His nemesis Count Dooku is coming to spay him, and the only way for him to get strong enough to fight back is if he fills himself up on powerful vitamins and minerals like the ones found in fruits and vegetables. Mash the fruits and vegetables into a paste. Oh my god. I can't believe Jack's not here for this. I'm going to do a paste and force the paste down his throat with my fingers.
Oh my god.
Yoda spent...
No, do the last one.
Okay.
Sorry, the last option.
Oh, sorry.
Don't stop reading these. This is
I would mash the fruits and vegetables into a paste and force the paste down his throat with my fingers.
I do love his nemesis. But something about forcing Yoda, feeding Yoda.
Yoda spends hours each morning tending to a patch of weeds out back. They refers to his crops. Pretty harmless. He mostly just sprays the hose and drags a rake around of it. But if you don't keep an eye on him, he'll sneak away and try to find the chosen one. That's what he calls the trash-eating swamp pelican that lives in the pond behind the house. It's unclear why he thinks this pelican is so special, but he's already given it his lightsaber. And all of his money to help defeat the dark side. It's all nonsense, of course, but it's important to make sure Yoda doesn't give any more of his valuables to the bird. Which measures would you take to keep Yoda away from the chosen one? 1, I would tether him to the house to the length of rope that's long enough for him to freely tend to his crops, but too short for him to wander off to places he shouldn't be. I would dress Yoda in a vest.
The third one.
I'm ready. Coming flashing lights and bells, which would scare the pelican away. Shot collar.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh, shoot the pelican with a gun. And then make Yoda eat his disgusting meats that he realizes the bird isn't special. Oh my god.
You got a big shot collar.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, there's nothing in the world that Yoda enjoys more than one. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Snot's going on my nose. I'm like spitting. Oh my god.
Okay. There's nothing in the world that Yoda enjoys more than watching pornography. However, doing so gets him extremely riled up, and his doctor has warned that his heart is no longer strong enough to handle excitement like this. Nonetheless, Yoda will still try to watch porn any chance he gets, and the only way to curb his habit is to reprimand him when he does. How would you reprimand Yoda for watching porn? I would revoke his TV and computer privileges for the rest of the day and have him use his time to do something constructive instead. I would put an oven over his head and duct tape it in place would be physically incapable of looking at porn or anything else for that matter. I would leave the oven mitt over his head for an entire day. I would strip off all his clothes and parade him around town so he could see how it feels to have strangers stare at him when he's naked. I would charge people $5 to take pictures with naked Yoda, and I'd spend all the money on something he hates. I would put him in the oven. I'd put him in the oven and pretend like I was gonna cremate him. And I'd only take him. And he promised to never look at porn again.
Definitely that last one.
One thing to be aware of is that Yoda is very afraid of airplanes. If he hears a commercial jet flying overhead, he'll freak out and try to use the force to make it crash. Granted, he's probably not strong enough anymore to actually cause any harm, but just be aware that this thing he might do. Got it. I'll make sure he doesn't try to down any airplanes. If Yoda wants to make an airplane crash, who am I to stop him? This next one. Yoda has no family or friends, but he does have a catfish named Obi-Wan that he keeps in a cigar box next to his bed. He talks quietly to the catfish for several hours each night. What he doesn't realize is that the catfish is dead. Yoda's doctor is concerned that he formed an unhealthy attachment to the catfish, and he has strongly suggested taking the catfish away from him before he becomes any more emotionally invested in it. How would you go about taking Yoda's dead catfish away from him while also minimizing the emotional devastation that will result from losing his treasured companion? I would get Yoda a fishbowl and his very own pet goldfish. Once he has a real live fish to take care of, I trust he'll begin losing interest in Obi-Wan, and I will then gradually start weaning the dead fish out of his life. While Yoda is sleeping, I would secretly put a small speaker inside of Obi-Wan's belly and wirelessly connect to a microphone that we could use to make the dead catfish talk. Then the following day, when Yoda is having his alone time with Obi-Wan, I'd have the catfish say, Yoda, if you truly care about me, please flush me down the toilet so I can go live with my family in the sewer. Hopefully he would feel comfortable parting with his companion. He thought it was what the dead catfish wanted. I would tell Yoda that Count Dooku is coming to make Obi-Wan into a delicious po' boy sandwich, and the only way for him to thwart his nemesis is to run outside and toss Obi-Wan into the swamp pond so he can swim away to safety. I would throw Obi-Wan in the trash and then lock Yoda in a cupboard until he stops crying. Wow. Great stuff.
Oh
Get
my God.
results. Oh. Yeah. If I was to make catfish talk, airplane. Yoda would probably die in your care. Jesus, dude. You seem like a real piece of work. You didn't even have the stuff to Yoda. You said you would do. The poor old goblin would be dead within an hour of the first day of the job. Seriously. What's with you and elderly boost? You need to get your shit together.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That was so funny.
Holy shit. That was like the funniest thing I've ever read.
Oh my God.
Just imagining all of that with Yoda is so funny.
Just the fact that Yoda's real and like exists like in Star Wars, but also in the real world,
Yeah.
makes me laugh. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a genius blend of both Count Dooku's coming over and there are airplanes overhead.
Oh, and on that, ladies and gentlemen,
That's a stream.
good night, Twitch.
Good night, Twitch.
Oh my God, that was
Wow.
hilarious.
Wow. Thanks everybody for watching. And come by anytime. And take care of your Yodas. Bye.
Do the Ice Cave chant.
I smell director. Hop defensive.
Anybody else wish you could fuck Miss Pac-Man?
How does a guy like that go home and like try to take it on himself?
That's cool. Shit. He's gonna jump in front of you. Okay.
It's the Ice Cave chant, bitch! Ice Cave chant, bitch! I f***ed your wife! Bring a motherfucking sweat! Oh no, I didn't! Ice Cave chant! Boom, baby! That's a 360!
Almond milk. Colonel. Where are you, bud?
He's not there.
Oh my god.
Chains of love.
What?